It started simply, a touch of home for American troops serving in World War II and the Korean War that followed.
Thank you, Colonel. Thank you very much. Very happy to be here. Where the hell are we? Anybody know?
By the Vietnam War, the USO was bringing smiles and shows to as many as 1 million service members a month. As military service transformed in the decades that followed, so too did the USO, establishing programs to provide care, comfort, and support for the troops and their families as they traveled, lived, served, recovered, grieved, thrived, and transitioned home. The USO of Metropolitan Washington-Baltimore is the world's largest USO, supporting the National Capital's region for more than 300,000 military personnel and their families, and serving one of the largest population of wounded, ill, and injured troops in the nation, always adapting and innovating to serve those who serve and their families.
My son was injured in Afghanistan. He was hit by a rocket, RPG actually, lost his right arm to about here and severely injured his left arm. When you're in this kind of a situation, for me, I was so overwhelmed. You just have to think about everything. And to have somebody plan trips for you or people coming in to meet you, movie stars or whatever, it's just such a treat. It gets you out of the world of the medical field and out of your traumatic situation. It just gives you a breath of fresh air. And we always had somebody to talk to, which to me was, I can't tell you what comfort that was, to be able to talk to somebody. It was pretty hard. It was hard.
USO-Metro mobilized support for service personnel deploying to the Gulf War. USO-Metro was one of the first service organizations on the scene after 9/11, supporting first responders and housing family members of those killed in the attack on the Pentagon. USO-Metro created Operation USO Care Package, the most successful program of its kind in history, sending more than 2 million care packages to American troops deploying overseas. USO-Metro lounges provide the comforts of home for the hundreds of thousands of military personnel that travel through Washington's 3 international airports each year. USO-Metro established the first emergency housing program for families of the fallen and wounded, and expanded its signature hospital services program that now spans state-of-the-art recovery and rehabilitation centers throughout the National Capital Region, supporting America's wounded, ill, and injured servicemen and women and their spouses, children, and caregivers.
I'll say the first 3 weeks in that hospital are like the worst 3 weeks of your life. My husband almost died. He was inpatient for 2 months. We lived at the hospital for a year. We didn't know how far he was going to be able to go. My life went off the rails, and there was nothing I could do. I think the USO is one of the most wholly good and wholesome organizations I've ever come in contact with. It's possible, anything's possible, you know? That's what it's there for. You're never alone with the USO.
Today, USO-Metro is needed now more than ever. With the support of USO partners and the thousands of USO-Metro volunteers who embrace America's moral and civic duty to support U.S. troops and their families, USO-Metro continues to innovate, evolve, and serve those who serve and their families.